Morning everyone. Monday morning. We're back at it. It seems like the weekend was a blur. But we are doing really well on subscribers. So we're at 2652 last time I looked, which is great. We're like halfway to the 700s already, which is awesome. Flying through. Great work. Keep it up, guys. If you haven't, press the button. Do it! Get it done. So today I've got, I think it's a Discovery. We've got to do a bit of an audio upgrade on it. He wants more stereo stuff. Mine's a bit of a blur because we've had so much going on the last couple of weeks. But I've got to discuss with him. I think he wants some kind of sub in the back, and we need to do some speaker changes or amplifier. It's something. It's a basically booked out 3 days to get it done. So whatever it will be quite, you know, full on. So that's the start to the week. Obviously he's coming in at 9 o'clock. We can discuss what we're doing, and then I'll have a plan as to what we get in. Stock is a big issue at the minute. Radio fascias, wiring harnesses, some radios, everything is going way out of stock again. Doesn't sound right, does it? Way out of stock. Out of stock again. There's either none or there isn't. Yeah. Well, there is, should I say? Yeah. So we're having big stock problems. So fascias that should be around for normal everyday cars are not. Harnesses are missing. It's becoming a bit of a problem. Lots of websites I use, when you try and click on things like aerials and stuff like that, they just don't have them, which obviously makes my job harder, and then start revisiting jobs twice if I can get a bit of it done that time, and then I've got to have it back in to do it again, which is, you know, counterproductive for money and things like that. I don't really want to get into that kind of stuff. But we had a nice day off yesterday. Did the accounts, fully up to date with that, so that was a pain in the ass but good to get done. And we went out for a roast last night, had some roast beef, horseradish sauce, yes. Still waiting on the house news. We've got one surveyor for the mortgage coming out this morning, wifey's in work, and then I think the early part of August, in a week or two, we've got the actual, you know, like structural survey being done. But pretty sure that everything is up to scratch and we've got no issues. So third time we've been through it, should be fine. But they're bound to pick out something, they always do. But I'm pretty sure we've got most of it in hand. So there shouldn't be any reason why we are not set to be moving in. Now we're away in Jersey the end of August, which I can't wait for. Dad and Mum are coming, my mum and dad are coming. And he's not been on the island in pretty much since his mum died, so that's like, I want to say 10 years ago. So to have them out there again will be fun. And a nice breakaway. But you know, holiday's holiday, it is what it is. I do love Jersey, it's one of my favourite places. It's like my happy place, if you call it. There's just a different feel to the island that I remember as going out there as a kid that just instantly just chills me out and switches off. I just, you know, I'm happiest when I'm there in a weird fashion. But I can't wait for that. Looking forward to that. And then the house move should happen shortly after. I don't think we're going to get it done before Jersey. But it is going to be, as soon as we get back, kind of a fair, we'll be moving. So hopefully, fingers crossed, around my birthday time we should be in the new house. And that will be pretty much close to a year that this debacle has been going on. But anyway, enough of the catch up. Let's get off to work, get some breakfast and a coffee, and I will see you when we've got the Land Rover in and I know what I'm doing with it in a bit. Morning everyone. Right. Let me just turn this down a second. Right, okay, so we're making headway. Right, I know what I'm doing now. So here we have our job for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's a Land Rover Discovery, and it's got basically amplifier under that seat, head unit, controller, you know, all the usual stuff that we're used to. It's got a three-way in the door, so we've got a little speaker in there, mid-range, tweeter. For the minute we are leaving the back, we're going to amplify this set, but we're not going to upgrade it. So what I've got to put in is a load of sound deadening. He's printed me off instructions and harness diagram. And what we've got is a three-way, so 6-inch, 4-inch and a tweeter from Audison, and this is the APK 163. So this is going to go in the front end. We've got an SR Audison SR 4.500, so 4-channel amplifier, capable of doing, you know, ins and outs, bridging, all that sort of stuff. So that is basically going to run the front end and the rear end, but the front will be modified, the rear end won't be. And then we've also got, he wants to put that under the driver's seat, a Pioneer under seat sub. So Dynamat, speakers in the front, subwoofer, amp integration, you know, strip all this down, get all this treated and quiet, rip that seat out, work with the subwoofer, work with the sub under here, you know, work with the factory amplifier over there. That's my job for today and the next 3 days. So I'm going to start with probably seat out, doors off, start doing the sound treatment, figure out what we're going to do with the tweeters and mids and bass. He's already had a look at this and tried doing it himself, but realized it needs to be a bit more specialist. So we're probably going to be ending up making something either MDF or the PVC to get all this fitting in the door and working and sounding good. But we're going to start by removing the product, get it all out of the way so we know what we're doing with it. Speak to you in a bit. Right then, dudes, and a few minutes later, stuff has been removed. So let me just grab this. So what we're working with, let me just pop this down. Obviously we've got our 6.4 and a tweeter from Audison, looks like that. Now these speakers, magnets are quite big on all speakers. Internally we've got, this is a Ford adapter, and we've got a 3-pin or 3-hole fixing for the mid-range to sit into. Mid in, sorry, bass in, mid in, tweeter in. I've just popped the tweeter out the back of the case. Here is our amplifier just here under the seat. We do have a nice big area there which we could mount the 4-channel inside there. There's a lot of venting space in the bottom of this floor, so actually the heat coming out wouldn't be a problem. We might do that and then put the sub at the back of this one so it's all localized. That might be a nice shout, but what I am concerned about is basically the depth of this. So with this system, the mid, the 4-inch, is obviously located, doing this one-handed, is on the back of the door card in a 3-star prong. Now it's more like, if you will, the BMW stuff that we used to get and the Audis that are located onto the door card in a 3-pin prong. So if we go back to the past that we've done, we've got the Boo Rock stuff with the 3-starred sort of BMW fitment. That's kind of what we're working with here. So we've got a little, it's not really a 4-inch, that's a 3.5, which is, as you can see, a lot smaller than the one that he wants me to put in it. Now, as well as the size being an issue, we also have a depth issue. Now, if you can see, you probably can't, so I'll try and turn the camera low. This is bigger than this, depth-wise. And the problem we've got is where that speaker sits at a funny angle on the door card, that will actually locate into this recess here. That's why it's got a cutout there. Now, this speaker is taller, it's bigger, so it's not going to fit on that door card properly because of the ripples, but also it means that this stuff is not going to sit inside the door, so this speaker system is not going to fit. So I'm now going to jump on the phone and tell him that what he's got is not going to work. Amplifier yes, mid-range yes, tweeter yes, 4-inch no, wrong kit, too big for the car. Oh, fun times. See you in a bit. Right then guys, so we've got a layer of sound deadening in. Sorry about that guys. Right, so we've been accepted into the Amazon Associates program, which is pretty cool. So it gives me a chance to link more stuff for you lot to click on and buy, which is good because tape and things like this and, you know, all the little fiber bits and bobs that are useful, you might get a kick out of. Anyway, so Land Rover starting the door. So you've seen me inside dynamat this. That's one without dynamat. We've got our mid-range in. We've foam taped the basket and the speaker. So speaker's now in. We're not going to be using this 4-inch because it doesn't fit. I've in fact spoke to Audison and we're going to get a 2, I think it's a 2 or 2.5. Comes with a little mounting basket that will sit inside here, so we're going to have a smaller system for this, but it will work the same. And obviously tweeter at the top there, so we'll still keep the 3-way system. It just won't be a 4, it'll be a 6.2 and a inch tweeter. And then we can start doing other side, working into the subwoofer and the amp in the middle. But it is lunchtime, so I'm going to pause, get some food, come back in a bit. Bye.
1 winner later.
Right my dudes, it's a little after lunch. So we've got speaker in and outs, crossover, got our tweeter mounted in the top there, and I've taken the little foam cover off just so we can see the tweeter nice and neatly. And we've got one of Jay's lozenges in there. God, I love a lozenge. Tweeter cable, mid-range cable. Obviously we're just waiting on the 4, which will sit here. That one's ready to go. Doors dynamated inside and out. So I can't really put this one back on because obviously we need to do that bad boy, but I can start over there. Been looking around in here as well, figured out what we're going to do. We've got our ins and outs. It's basically a 2-channel input, and then from the amplifier it's got sub, these are the sub outs, and then it's got 2 channels of input, 4 channels of output, but also from the amplifier it gives out things like the navigation sound and the warnings and tones and parking sensors. So we need to retain all of that as well, and then we'll run our 4-channel next to it, sub round the corner under that seat, or maybe on top here, probably on top with the bass controller run down and in. So it's coming on slowly but surely. It's got really warm and I'm really hot. Got a proper sweat on, but we're getting there. So now I'm going to start doing other door. But yeah, one sound treatment done. Ah, fucking hell, I've not put it around the right way. The sound's going to be lopsided.
Dirty little bastard.
Right, now according to this guy's instructions, if I'm a competent engineer, removing the door card should take me an hour each one, but only if you're a competent engineer. Ready? Go. Time. So that might be less than the less than an hour, boys. What say you? I'd think so.
Cool. So he's had this one replaced already. Apparently it was a bit noisy, bit of a buzz. Let's hope it was the speaker and not the amp channel. But we'll now start stripping this door down, get the sound treatment in. Neodymium magnets. See you in a bit. Right then, dudes. Oh, what a day. So, gosh, sweating. Got my sweat on. My sticky head. We've had a good day. Let me just get this bit done. Shut the curtains and I'll bring it up to speed with the Landy. It's going well. I even got a chance to wash the chaser. As you can hear, that's running. Put the mayonnaise back in the fridge. Right. Yeah, the chaser looked like a fuzzy felt. Weather at the weekend where it rained and then the wind was just basically throwing loads of stuff at it and sticking it to it. So I've managed to give it a little wash. Right, range. So one door card assembled, pretty much connections. We're waiting on the stuff arriving tomorrow. Same over here. Got pretty far with this one. Connections, we've got to do a bit of dynamat around the block, but the mid is in, tweeter is in. Just got to do some hot gluing on that to stop it, you know, moving and rattling. But that door's done, and then we're looking at attacking the inside. But I know what I'm doing with that and all our equipment down here. That should go fairly straightforward. Got this thing for 3 days, or as long as I need it for, but I think 3 days will be enough. Now we've got a plan of what we're doing, but I'll give the chaser a wash. Look how clean he is. If you're interested, this is the stuff I use. Auto Glimp Polar Blast with a snow foam cannon, like yay. Thanks, brush. Wash it obviously by hand with a mitt, brush it off, and then do the old solar seal. So those are the two products I use. If you're interested, I'll link them down below. But yeah, little cannon, little jet wash, off you go, gets the job done. So I've been speaking to them about the work we had in at the weekend. We've got new camera unit coming because it seems to be having a moment. It's not doing what it should be doing. So I've ordered another info lead for Martin. That's the guy that has the T6. Oh nice, look at the bird shit. God. I've ordered another lead and ordered another head unit. That's all going to come out. I finally received my kicker delivery from Wednesday last week. DPD are up to their old tricks. So I managed to get some stuff from Kicker. Shark fin roof aerial for a job. Some little tags. Key 500.1 and some speakers. So that arrived. That was ordered last week Wednesday. Which is, yes, taking the biscuit on deliveries. But unfortunately, DPD drivers. My normal guy is a guy called Adam. I don't think he watches the station, but or the channel, but he's a dude. He's a good egg. Gets here first, drops my stuff off, and there's a foreign lad that comes at the weekends, and sometimes during the week. And honest to God, the bloke is useless. I understand why he's a delivery driver and not the Prime Minister of UK, because he is just hopeless. Like, yeah. Taking photos of random curbstones saying that the customer's not in when he's trying to deliver a parcel to a business address at 8 o'clock at night is not acceptable. Idiot. But yeah, it's been one of those days, one of those weekends. But we're finished. Sweating, gonna get chaser going, get the tunes on and have a little ripperoo on the way home, clear my head a bit. So I'll cut up a video for you lovely lot tonight, and I will see you bright and early in the morning. Ciao. Snap on Tuesday. I've paid my bills. I feel like Beyonce. Yeah, I've paid everything off, so there's not really anything I'm looking for on the van other than my replacement tools. They would be nice. But don't hold your breath, because at the minute Snap-on's a bit disappointing. See you in the morning, everyone. Ciao.